Hello and welcome back to the bee vlog. Today I'm going to be installing a roof over the hives to protect them from the rain. And not a day too soon either, because last night we got a little bit of a rainstorm. And in about 3 more days we're supposed to get a really big one. The original concept I came up with was to just get some of this inexpensive plastic roofing panels and somehow figure out a way to get it to sit on top of the hives. Then I had to figure out a way to secure it down so it wouldn't blow off in the wind. And for hive stands where I have hives of unequal size, I just couldn't figure out a way to make it work. So I decided that making legs out of PVC might be the way to go. It's a cheap building material. It's sturdy and rigid and can hold up to the wind. If you want to build a similar roof, the dimensions will need to be adjusted for your own hive stand. My hive stand is 4 feet long by 24.5 inches wide. So I cut the upright stringers at 24.5 inches. If you're wondering why I'm using the tailgate of my truck as a workbench, it's because not only is my work table in my garage cluttered with beekeeping equipment, but when I opened my garage doors, the bees came in to clean up little bits of residue of honey that was on the equipment.
PVC can be really messy when cutting with a saw, so be sure to clean it up. By the way guys, if you have to work outside on a hot day and you don't wear a kilt, you're doing it wrong. I'm a big fan of Stumptown kilts. No, they're not a sponsor, I just really like them. But if they just happen to contact me and ask to sponsor my videos, I wouldn't say no.
So I went ahead and cleaned up my work table and got all my beekeeping equipment outside so the bees can rob it out there instead of taking over my garage. So I got most of the bees out, and I can now work in a little better comfort at my table. This assembly is going to be the upright legs for the roof. I glued at the corner joints just to make sure everything doesn't slip apart. I need to drill holes at the bottom of the leg, but when I measured and cut these legs I wasn't too critical with the accuracy. But the positions of these holes do need to be pretty repeatable and accurate. So I made a stop block up at the top here that I can push this assembly up against. And then I measured out on the table from that stop block and made some marks here at 28, 30, and so on every 2 inches. That gives me the positions of all of the holes. Then to make drilling the holes faster and easier, I'm just using a simple jig that I can put down, line up with those marks, and drill the holes. To attach the legs to the roof panel, I'm just using some zip ties. I drilled a couple holes in the roof along the edge, and we'll run the zip ties through those holes. Nice thing about the zip ties is it allows me to fold down the legs for transportation and storage. Now let's get this out to the hives and I'll show you how it goes together.
To attach the leg sleeves, I start out by drilling a couple pilot holes 2 inches from the ends of the hive stand.
These holes for the screws needed to be sized so that the head of the screw just fit without going through, but would sit flush on the inside of the pipe so that it wouldn't be in the way of the leg. A larger hole was put on the opposite side so that I could fit a screwdriver in to drive the screw. The legs are made out of 1-inch Schedule 40 PVC pipe. To attach these legs to the hive stand, I'm using 1¼ inch PVC pipe as a sleeve. This allows the pieces to slip together nicely with a snug fit, but not too tight.
With the sleeves attached to the hive stand and a bolt going through both the sleeve and the leg, the roof should be pretty secure, even during a windstorm. I'm installing this roof system at 4 of my outyards. The 5th outyard doesn't really need it because that hive is under a roof year-round.
And here it is, all finished. It doesn't look like much. I would prefer if it were a little wider so it could extend out to the front and back of the hives, but I think every little bit will help. We'll see how it works.